Hi there, I'm Chef Shawn and I'm with Chefs From Away in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia with my wife, who is also a chef, and her name is Andrea.
Unknown caller.
Hi there, we're back again. We just had an order come through for, I think it's for Valentine's Day, but anyway, getting back to it, Chef Andrea is my wife. And we're the roaming chefs. We've been all over, actually. I was trained in New Orleans, and Andrea was trained under myself over the years that we've been together. And we won't get into that. But going forward...
So, Chef,
Yes.
tell me about some of the awards and accolades that you have. For the folks that don't know.
Yeah, it goes back a few years, but I'm a 3-time Zagat Award winner in the States, United States. I've won chili cook-offs, chowder cook-offs. I've tried to get into as many different, what would you call that, competitions. And I've done really well in winning, and just prided myself in my recipes and keeping different recipes, which we have thousands of at this point. We're in the midst right now of writing a book, a cookbook, and that's in the works right now. And then we started doing some different things with COVID that's come up. It's pushed us in a different direction. That's why we're starting a YouTube channel. And incorporating our cooking, our traveling, our jeeping. We're avid jeepers, so we're kind of melding everything together with
Tell me some more
our
about
cooking.
that.
Well, I mean, it's just, there's not a lot to tell right now. We're just starting out with it. I mean, we've been jeeping for a lot of years, but we've just decided now that we're going to take our cooking on the road with our jeeping and do some adventures while we check out Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island and the Atlantic provinces and show what this great place has got to offer. I mean, there's so many places to go and see, and great food. There's some really good chefs here on the East Coast, and we just like to touch base and, you know, get something out there and get people to join up with us and kind of come along for the ride and see what we can do and what we can create and what we can see.
Can you tell me about your cooking style or flavors?
Well, being trained in New Orleans originally, I mean, I've stuck with the seafood steak, blackening, Cajun spices, and that doesn't mean it's got to be hot, just good flavors, you know, tons of flavors. We've branched into, my wife and I, into cast iron cookery right now with Dutch ovens and stuff. We've been doing that for quite a while, but we're really kind of leaning more to that with the traveling, the jeeping, and outdoor cooking and camping, and kind of touching on braising of food, which is your Dutch ovens. So, I mean, that's a new thing, a new avenue for us, and we're enjoying it.
Hi there, I'm Chef Andrea. I guess Chef Shawn already introduced you to myself. I'm the other half of the Chefs From Away. And we have started, we're on the journey of our new venture, and that's the Chefs From Away YouTube channel. And we're also starting up the Jeepin' Chiefs, the Jeepin' Chefs, that's hard to say. And we're going to be taking you along on our adventures out in our Jeep as well. And while we're doing that, we're going to be doing a lot of cooking and showing you what we're cooking and how we're doing it and fun that happens along the way. A little bit of background about myself. Prior to me being a chef, I was in the financial industry for quite a few years. And I always cooked though. My grandmother was a Ukrainian caterer in Toronto. So I always got to cook and eat a lot with her when I was a little kid. And that's kind of my passion, not the financial industry. And I started in interning or apprenticing, I guess, under Chef Shawn quite a few years ago, and that took me all over the place while learning and training and doing all the stuff that's involved in becoming a cook and a chef. And I specialized as a patisserie after that, so I was a pastry chef. And I kind of branched out after that into food and beverage management and administration. We've run restaurants and had quite a few going at the same time with a lot of staff, and that involved a lot of administrative work, so I got to wear that hat too. But now we're in New Glasgow, Pictou County, Nova Scotia, and we have a wonderful bed and breakfast, and we also have a catering company here where we get to meet a lot of wonderful people and do some cooking at the same time. So part of our YouTube channel is going to be bringing you along with us and showing you a weekly upload of the adventures that we had for that week and some of the meals that we cooked and how to cook them, and also offering virtual cooking classes along that stream as well. So we hope you're going to enjoy it. We've got our first video to upload this week, and we cooked lamb. We did some lamb, and we wanted to show you how we did that. So we hope you enjoy, and if you like our channel, remember there's a subscribe button on the bottom. We just learned what that means. And there's also a bell for you to turn on for notifications. So share it with your friends, and we hope you like it. Thanks for watching and enjoy. Hi there, I'm Andrea.
And I'm Shawn.
And we're the Jeepin' Chefs, and this is the very first day of our new channel, I guess. So we're the Jeepin' Chefs, and we're the chefs from away as well. We're located in New Glasgow, Pictou County, Nova Scotia.
We're going to start off by doing a blog, or I guess a YouTube segment once a week, and it's usually going to be on the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday, and new adventures coming up. So stay tuned. So where are we now, Andrea?
We are basically near Black Point in Chance Harbor.
Okay. Wow, lots of potholes.
And it looks like it's open.
And it looks like it's closed.
Oh, no.
44 road. Where's this gonna take us? We seem to be following the sunshine. We're headed to the beach area.
So we've just turned down .44 road. Looks kind of nice. And we're trying to scope out a spot where we can do some cooking tomorrow.
Oh,
Do some
what's this
filming.
here?
Chapel Cove Campground.
Wow. I think every road in Nova Scotia is a four-wheel drive road.
This is
Exactly, Diesel. road ends. It's private property, no trespass.
Private property.
Twin Cove Lane.
We are 3 for 3.
Okay, we're gonna sign off right now, and we're going to head back down the road a little ways on the map.
Like my apples. That's our snack later.
I was gonna ask if I could have one now. Awesome. Cool.
Whoa, missed it.
Okay, Corey Island turnoff.
Quarry.
Corey?
Quarry.
Whoa, Corey.
Yeah, like a quarry pit.
Oh, I thought it was Corey as in our brother,
No.
our son-in-law.
It's a little muddy in here today.
Slippery. Turns. I don't remember this. Wow, this is a big floodplain in here.
Low tide.
The birds are out there feeding. Look at them. It's a pretty good road though, eh, for being secondary. We're getting more into open water now. Our tires are kicking up mud everywhere. Look at our windows.
Just watch the road.
The housing is pretty expensive out here. Being as where we're at.
It's not focusing.
Now we're climbing up probably one of the biggest hills on Quarry Island. They have their own private
Tennis court.
tennis courts. Wow.
The mud spots are making the camera focus on the mud spots.
Oh, is it?
There we go.
That's a nice house, eh? getting precarious.
I'm just about there. So that's what they still call Indian Island out there. And you can see there's boats here, little dories, that people leave to go back and forth to the island.
Wow. This is a nice beach area.
Low tide though, eh?
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite spots. Oh. Diesel's excited. Hey, Diesel? Yeah. Well, looks like we've arrived. We can hop out now.
Okay, I think I'm gonna back up to this for the dog so the dog can get out.
Here we are. Nice 360 point here. We have ocean all around us. I believe it's February. A little windy here. Are you taking refuge from the wind?
Yeah. Come on over closer and I'll give you an idea of what we're driving in. This is our TJ, trail rated.
What year?
It's an 05. And if you come into the inside, you can see all our gear that we have.
Don't mind the mess.
I think I'm going to get the dog loaded up.
Where's your ball?
There you go. Come on.
Where's your ball, Lisa?
Come on, baby.
Where's your ball?
Boy, that would be.
Well, as you can see, it's a beautiful spot here. I recommend this to everybody. Quarry Island. Focus. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're coming down to Melbourne Beach Provincial Park.
And it's windy. Wow. You see the waves out there. And that's on the sheltered side.
Focus. It's in the mud. And the CB whip. No, no focus. Totally blurry. Blurry, 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 blurry. Oh, come on.
thinking for our trip tomorrow, this would be a good place to come to barbecue on the beach somewhere. We can find a spot. Go ahead. Very good. How are you? Beautiful day. Okay, so we are setting out our new camping gear that we bought, and it's all cast iron for our YouTube channel for when we're on the road and we're doing camping and cooking. It's a North Woods set. And it comes in a really nice wood carrying case. What do you think, Andrea? Wow. Beautiful.
So it's a Woods Dutch oven. Perfect.
You have a small frying pan, a large one.
Oh, and a saucepan. So there's a saucepan. Nice skillet.
And a flat grill, which also does steaks
Beautiful.
to get grill marks on it, or for eggs and bacon in the morning,
Pancakes.
or pancakes. And then we also have, when you're doing the Dutch oven, and then you have the cooking going on with the charcoal down here, and you put charcoal up here. And then you have the unit that lifts up and down. Nice. Yeah.
Nice heavyweight.
Anyway,
Came in a really nice box.
very good. And yeah, and a good carrying case, which is the Woods, established 1885. Da, 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 da. Anyway, it's really good for hauling stuff around, especially when you're four-wheeling, like we're planning on doing with our YouTube site. And yeah, so we just thought we'd let you know what was happening. It's another edge on what we're doing.
Okay. Beautiful. And this is already pre-seasoned too, so
Perfect.
you don't have to already season it. Nice.
Okay, so these pans are These pans are already seasoned, but I'm just dropping a bit of oil in there for the potatoes. And just to make sure that we're not going to stick. So it's all good. And a little bit of cloth. And where's my napkins? Perfect. Thank you. Okay. And then what we're going to do is just give this a good wipe through. Okay, and there's lots of oil in there left over. And we're going to keep this. Okay, perfect. And then the potatoes roasted are going to be done in chunks. About an inch. Now you're going to want to put a little seasoning on this, a little bit more oil. And you always clean up your mess. Try to. Perfect. A little bit more oil. And I'm just going to use a little bit of salt just to kick it off, and a little tiny bit of paprika, and that's for color. Alright, so a little paprika. Well, that's going to give your potatoes a nice red or reddish color. And then of course, what we always use in everything that we cook with pretty well, that's grilling or baking or for meats or potatoes, vegetables, is we have Chefs From Away. And there's our rub that we use on pretty well everything and anything that we consume. So we're going to put a little bit of that on there. The herbs in here, I can't go through them all, but I mean they're quite fragrant. And you can be pretty liberal with it. And everything's on the label. And if you do want to purchase Chefs From Away rub, give us a call, touch base with us, and we can send it off to you. It's fairly inexpensive, and it's actually really good flavor-wise for anything that you're going to be cooking. Okay, so I'm going to heat this pan up on top of the stove just to get a little crunchy going, and then we're going to finish it off in the oven. Okay, thank you. Okay, now getting back to the potatoes, which are on. They're here just sizzling away. We're getting them kind of browned up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clove of garlic, smash it. It's going to go on the potatoes as they're cooking. And when they finish in the oven, it'll sear through and you get some nice flavors going on. Okay. And there we go. And there's your garlic all chopped up. And we're just going to throw that in. Perfect. So that's out of the way. Now the next thing that we're going to look at is our lamb. And that's what we're doing. We've got our full rack there. It's for 2 people. And
I'll let David for you.
you just gotta get spun around.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this lamb and we're gonna sear it. And I've got 4 bones for each person. So we're gonna have dinner tonight. So we're gonna cut it in half. And what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna put them in a hot pan, sear them on both sides, pull them off, cut them into chops, and then we're gonna just put them back in the oven after they've been seared and finish them off in the oven just to get a nice crunch and crisp to them.
Chef, I'm gonna throw a little rosemary on here. Do you have them?
Yep, that's fine. Put a little rosemary on there to finish it off, and then they can go right in the oven now, actually. They're good to go.
A little bit of something to put on the side.
And they'll finish off good in there. So when we're cooking, we have different cast iron. We use a lot of cast iron. And I've got a flat cast iron griddle here that I use. And I'm going to use this to sear off the lamb. Chef Andrea, how are we doing with that?
Good.
Good.
I think we're ready to pop in the oven.
Just slide it in the oven, let it crisp up in there. We're good to go. Just leave that oven on for me if you would. And we're going to get this nice and hot. Spread your oil around. And it's got to go on there. Now the lamb, as I said, we've chunked this up into 2 4-bone portions. One for Chef Andrea and one for myself tonight. And once I get them seared and browned, we're going to cut the chops up, lay them on the hot pan, and finish it off in the oven. Okay.
And what have you got on those now?
Okay, what we've encrusted this with, and we've had this sitting for about 24 to 48 hours if you really want the intensity of the flavors. And we've used Dijon mustard, which I've rubbed over everything. And then we use Italian herbs on top of that, a little bit of garlic and oil. And we rub it all in good, and then we cover it up really tight, put it in the fridge and leave it in there for a good 24 hours. I've left these in for 48. The chops are still nice and red. They're ready to go.
And this is our local Nova Scotia lamb, right?
It's the Nova Scotia lamb, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're using that.
Nice.
And then once we get this seared up, you'll get the smells going and the aromas happening, and it'll be really good. Now the other thing I wanted to let everybody know is that local, now it's kind of dirty right now because I just cut up the lamb, but this knife is a Gorman knife, and it's right from Pictou, from the factory. And we use these knives, and now we've got my grandson, or our grandson, who is now using these knives, and he's an upcoming chef.
We actually won this at last year's
chili
contest
cook-off,
at the New Glasgow Winterfest.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that was the first time we ever had the opportunity to use a Gorman knife. And after we used it, we were quite sold because it's got a beautiful balance to it. Has a really nice rosewood handle, which is got beautiful grains in it and everything. But it's
the best part of
nice
the best part about the knife is it keeps a good edge.
Very
It
nice.
sharpens really well, and it keeps a good edge for a long period of time. So, how's that pan coming,
Hot.
Chef Andrea?
It's
It's
hot.
hot now? Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sear.
Might need a little bit more oil.
We're going to sear. Oh, that's fine. We're going to sear both sides, the flat and the bone side, which is the chine. And then we're going to do the ends just to sear it on both sides. And then once that's done and we get a good, nice crunch on it, then we're going to pull it off and cut the chops off and then lay it on the hot pan and throw it back in the oven. Okay, and we are,
Ready.
it's hot. Beautiful. Now you're going to hear it sizzling, hopefully.
get a close-up for everybody here.
Okay, and Chef Andrea is going to take a close-up of that so that you get a good idea what's happening.
Alright, coming in behind the chef.
I don't know whether you can hear that or not, but it's good. Beautiful. Look at that sear. Very nice. I'm going to lift these up. Use a pair of tongs if you can, because you don't want to get burned. That is pretty hot. Okay. And we're going to give that about a minute. I'm going to sign off right now. Okay, now your lamb has been on the top of the stove searing for about 5 minutes. A nice good crunch on there. Alright, and then what we're going to do is make sure that the ends are just seared a little bit so we don't lose any of that good flavor. This is good. Now one thing I'd like to let everybody know is that normally we have our tunics on and aprons, and but because this is our anniversary dinner, we're kind of taking it easy at home and having a glass of wine and enjoying. So as we go forward with this, now everything's ready to go. Now I'm going to move this over to the cutting board where I can slice it into chops, and then we're going to lay it back in the hot pan, and then it's going to go in the oven to finish off. So Chef Andrea, if we can move over. Beautiful. And here we go. Good as gold.
Oh, that smells amazing.
Lamb is one of my favorite dishes, and Chef Andrea, we love this. Okay, so now we're going to take our gourmet knife. I'm going to take a chop. We're going to slice it into probably 1-inch chops, half-inch chops. Okay. Now as you can see, these are beautiful and rare. They've just been seared, so all those beautiful flavors are going to stay in there. They're nice, they're beautiful, they're ready to go. And we're going to lay those back on the grill, the hot grill, just to finish off. And they're going to be so tender, they're going to fall off the bone. Alright. If you cut these right, and it'll take a bit of time. I've been doing this a lot of years, but you'll cut it right straight through every time once you get used to it. And again, beautiful and rare, ready to go, and we're good. So now this is your end product, which is right there. Nice and rare again, ready to go. Now we're going to put them in the hot oven, sear it, and then we're going to flip it. So I'm going to leave you at that, let this cook off, and we're going to come back and sign on with you again in moments. back again. We're just going to take out our lamb, which is sizzling up really nice. Now I'm going to turn it over so it browns on the other side. Oh, look at that. Fall off the bone tender. I just want everybody to know that no matter when you're cooking, you have to enjoy. Have a glass of wine, take it easy. If you're having it with your partner and you're doing it together, it's even better. If you're doing it on your own, it's even good. The one thing about cooking is you gotta have fun. You gotta enjoy. Excuse me, we're gonna put that on for probably another 2 to 3 minutes. Then I'm gonna pull it out, let it rest while the potatoes finish off, and then we're gonna get back to you. Now, good. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of lemon and put it in with that mixture that Chef Andrea was making, which is the garlic butter. And we're going to spread that on these buns, and then I'm going to sit them into the oil from the chops. And then we're going to throw that back in the oven and let it crisp up with the lamb. Now the lamb's almost done. It's going to be done by the time these guys are ready. Okay, beautiful. Nice. I'm going to try to get as many of these on here as I can get because we like to eat this stuff. It's so tasty. Okay. I'm just going to throw that on there. We're going to move this out of the way. Alright. And this is going in the oven, and we're going to get right back to you. Hi guys, we're all back, and we're ready to plate. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our lamb out, which is done. It's beautiful, actually. And I'm going to bring out our potatoes. And okay, we're back. And we have our lamb. Ooh. And we have our vegetables. And we have our potatoes. So what we're going to do, a little bit of bread. We're going to have bread. Always have bread. Always have wine. And we're trying to do this as quick as possible because Chef Andrea is really hungry. And this is one of our favorite dinners. So here we go. And we're almost there. Beautiful. Some roast potatoes that we had in that we all cooked together. Beautiful. And done. And a little bit of beans for color, which is kind of hard on this plate because the plate is green. Now again, we might get a little bit fancier with this when we're doing this for the public, but right now we're doing this for us. So you got to remember, you want a glass of wine with your meal. I'm putting a little tiny bit of salt on by hand and a little bit of lemon. And I think I'm going to say goodbye because I'm getting so hungry here, and we're going to go and enjoy this right now. Please try this. It's awesome. It's the only way to go. Chef Andrea's favorite, Chef Shawn's favorite. Please enjoy.
Ooh, can't wait. My favorite.
Cheers, everybody. It's been fun cooking with you.
Please
we can't wait till
enjoy.
you try it at home. Let us know how you like it, and always remember to subscribe and to like this if you liked it as well. Cheers.
Perfect, eh?
How is it, Chef?
Oh my, this is phenomenal. Please enjoy this. Please try it. Incredible. And if you can't do it at home, come and join us and I'll cook it for you. But I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Okay, Chef Andrea, what do you think?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Cheers to the chef.
With a glass of wine. Enjoy. Okay, folks, again, you heard it from Chef Andrea. Everything was good. Get some feedback. Please send it to us. Let us know how you made out. If you tried it, great. If you want to have it here, let us know. Cheers.
Nice.